Welcome to another episode of the Headlight Restoration Pro, where I'll be showing you how to take difficult, large headlights like this and turn them into something more like this.
Oh my God.
Picture perfect and better than the day I rolled off the lot. Also, you won't believe how expensive these damn lights are. Stay tuned.
The Headlight Restoration Pro.
Roger, Blazer 1. 10:30 hours. Bastards. They say we're still in too far and they can't risk coming in us.
Let's get down to business. But before we do that, I just want to say RIP to Carl Withers and God bless his family or whatnot. And, you know, just one of inspirational movie icons in the last 40 years. I'm a movie buff, and he has done a great contribution to modern day cinema or whatnot. If you don't know who that is Apollo Creed from Rocky. That is Dylan from Predator Part 1. Really good actor. Making this a little bit after he passed. But on to the headlights. This is a 2016 Cadillac SRX. Okay, so this headlight is a bit of an upcharge. Let me just start by saying that. And you might just be thinking because it's a big giant ass light, right? It's a huge motherfucker, right? It is. It really is. It's probably the size of 2 regular lights, okay? It's the size of 2 medium lights, which puts it in the category of being a medium-sized large light. Meaning there's not too many lights that are bigger than this light, okay? It's very tall, and I can't even fit it into the frame here. You know, filming YouTube videos or any videos that are flat like this, there's a certain guideline or whatever, you know, 16:9 or whatever, and you can't even fit these lights in there because they're so tall and so big, which is really rare to not be able to fit a headlight into a screen no matter which way you flip the camera. But as I was saying is, you might think these be difficult headlights or an upcharge because they're so big. You are right. Also, they have a lot of weird angles up top, and also, you know, the type of wear that's going on here, which we'll get into that in a minute. But also, the top, you know, has all these little flares and all these little weird, you know, turns that you have to do a lot of hand motion or hand sanding in there with it. And also, you have to be really careful and delicate in that area and this area here. If you can't really see, it kind of indents. Oh, yeah. You see that? Just a message. Always make sure your car is locked when you can't see it. Okay, my car is behind this vehicle, and I'm in a fairly good neighborhood, but I've seen some stuff in my lifetime. Just recently, a year or two ago, I'm driving down the street in a less, or let's say a more unsavory neighborhood than I am now, and there was a I believe it was a park and rec, you know, personnel or whatever, or maybe a park ranger or something, right? Actually, I think it was a park ranger, doing something at a park, and he was maybe 100 yards away or whatever doing something. But this guy left his windows down, right? And I see this kid, all right? I see one kid on the corner looking around, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, what the hell's going on? I'm driving through, you know, regular 25 miles an hour. And then once I get up passing the vehicle, I see that there's another kid on the bike, you know, peeking, kind of holding, you know, laying down low on the bike and like looking up, and the other one is signaling him, and he's reaching in through the window of the vehicle, taking shit out. Okay, so I'm just saying, shit can get real. People will play games with you if you have your car there and it's unlocked and they know where you're at. It can get funny, okay? And then that's the thing about headlight restoration. When you're doing a mobile headlight restoration, on top of that, you're not always going to be in those 5-star neighborhoods, okay? Everybody in every walk of life needs headlight restoration. Everybody in every walk of life has headlights, okay? If they're driving, they have headlights. How many people in the hood drive? Hella people. How many people in those suburban top 5, you know, gated communities drive? Hella people. The same thing. It's all the same across the board. It's just different type of vehicles, don't get me wrong, but they all are gonna need headlight restoration. So you might be going, there's some places where I don't go in my town to do headlight restoration before, you know, the sun comes up in the morning and before it gets too late in the afternoon. When it starts getting dark, and even some areas in my town, I don't do headlight restoration. Only a certain hour frame between 7 in the morning when all the madness is asleep to like about 1 o'clock when the people start getting up, going around and doing stuff that people that don't have shit to do or whatnot. And it's real. You got to think about these things. You know, I've done headlight restoration in some of the worst neighborhoods where there's like, you know what I'm saying, people who are unsavory coming trying to talk to you, and I tell them straight up, man, like, I'm busy, I'm working, I don't have time to talk, because they're trying to juice you out of something, distract you. They think that you have, you know, in some cases you can. I mean, if you look at my bag, just my Fast Tech bag, I probably have about $500 of tools. I probably have alone $300 in batteries, which somebody who is addicted to drugs can get a 20 sack, you know, for, you know, 2 of those batteries or 1 of those batteries, you know, can get, you know, probably flip what's in that bag for $200 real easy. And, you know, when you're jonesing for something, believe me, $200 of shit, you know, as intimidating as I could be, you know, some people won't give a shit. Some people die for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, be careful where you're at. But nevertheless, this headlight, a lot of you guys are going out there, and I do it all the time. I do it typically more often than I should. But when certain vehicles come up, I kind of do a quick research of the vehicle's headlights. Especially if I'm queued onto their really expensive or whatever. Therefore, the liability goes up, and therefore the charge goes up, okay? Just for instance, if somebody calls you and says, I have a 2009 Honda Civic, what you gonna charge for your headlight restoration? Okay, it should be whatever. It should be a good charge, whatever you charge them, right? Then somebody else calls and is like, okay, hey, yeah, I got a 2018 Ferrari. Are you gonna charge them the same? You'd be insane if you do. A lot of you guys out there are doing things like this. You're charging them the same, and you shouldn't be charging the same, because one headlight is probably $7 grand and another headlight is probably $200. Okay, so why the hell would you do that to yourself? If you mess up, do you understand the shitstorm that you're going to be in? Exactly. So with that being said, believe it or not, these headlights are extremely expensive. I've done a lot more expensive. I've done those Ferrari headlights that were over $7 grand a piece that I'm speaking of. I've done a pair of Porsche headlights that were about $6,000 for both. Okay, and I've done you know, all kind of expensive, a high-end Mercedes that had $2,900 headlights a piece. That's without installation. But anyhow, let me show you. I'm going to play you something. What I did here is I called a Cadillac dealership. A little entertainment for you guys. A little something new here. I called a Cadillac dealership that has OEM headlights, which is what you would want. You never want to get aftermarket because they're crap. They'll break on you really quick or whatever, in many different ways. But I want to show you guys this, and I'm going to keep the video rolling, but I'm going to play what I heard. Okay, and you're going to hear exactly what I heard. You're going to hear me on the phone with this technician from the parts department of a Cadillac dealership giving me quotes on how much the lights cost and how much they cost to get them installed. So listen up closely. Here you go.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Welcome. Please press 1 to be connected.
Thank you for calling. I'm going to direct your call.
Parts department?
Okay, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Parts, can I help you?
Hey, I have a Cadillac. I'm looking to replace the headlights with OEM headlights.
The bulbs or the actual headlight assembly?
The actual assembly. And you guys do that there too, right?
Yeah, we can do that here. Do you happen to have a VIN number for your vehicle?
I do not have a VIN number. I know what it is.
Have we serviced it here before?
No.
Do you know the VIN number?
I don't know the VIN number. I haven't got a service there. I'm looking to get the headlights replaced there.
options come up without the VIN. What vehicle is it? What Cadillac is it?
It is a 2016. It's a base model 2016 Cadillac SRX.
16, you said?
2016, yes. I have a DTS too. That's why I get confused, but it's an SRX.
Do you know if those are HID?
Yes.
Both?
Yes.
They are.
And this is the whole assembly on both. I'm trying to have replaced there. Have cracks on them.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Well, I guess I can kind of give you a ballpark and kind of
Yeah.
see how much they are. They're going to be pricey either way, but let's see. We've only ever had a history on. So there's 3 options, but only one of those pairs, or three different pairs, I guess, 3 different part numbers, but only one of those I've ever had a history of selling them on, but chances are it's that one.
Okay.
So those are 1601.79 each.
What?
1,601.79 each. $50 core charge on those. There is another option for for 1119 or 1119.84, so 1,120, and then the third option is 1667. So
Okay.
chances are
And that
it's
is
probably gonna be the 1601.
yeah, it's more than likely those ones. So that's 1,600 a piece. It's about $3,000, 3,200, and then is that with the installation or is the labor separate?
Yeah, the labor would be separate. That's just the price of the lamps, the headlamps.
Yeah.
It'll come with new bulbs and everything. But yeah, for labor and or an appointment, I can get you over to service. They can get you a price on that. The other thing I was going to check, because I don't have these here in stock, I have to order.
Yeah, don't worry about the ordering yet. I want to get all the logistics down of how much I got to pay first. So I got that. I need to know like the labor cost to see what is my best option to do.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you do order them, they take us about a week to get here.
About a week.
7 to 10 business days. So
okay.
Yeah, once you do decide to order them, if you go ahead with it, it'll take about a week or so to get them here.
Awesome.
But yeah, if you'd like, I can transfer you over to service, and they can get you a price on labor.
Please do. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
1 second.
Interested in a new or pre-owned Cadillac? Check out our brand new Cadillac website.
Thank you for calling Service Department.
Hey, I was calling. I just got a quote on how much it's going to cost to replace the headlights on my 2016 Cadillac SRX. I liked what I heard. I just wanted to hear the labor costs.
Okay. Let's see. Is it the bulbs or the whole?
The whole housing, the whole assembly.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, SRX. Yeah, you got to put a whole bumper on those.
Yeah.
What year is it?
2016.
16. The labor here is 438.
438. Okay, so yeah, 438 on top of what the cost of. Okay. Okay, awesome. And when I want to, I'm probably gonna call back parts tomorrow and put my order in and pay for them. And then, okay, so there you have it. That is how expensive some of these lights can possibly get. Okay, and I know what some people are saying, well, I can get online, I can go to Amazon, and I can go to eBay and all this shit like that, right? And get non-OEM headlights for this vehicle for like $300 a piece and just do the work myself. Taking, like you heard how he said, the with this vehicle, the bumper needs to come off. To do that, the process is pretty painstaking, especially if you do it at your house with jacks and all that shit. So here's what happens. A lot of these vehicles, including my own, my TL, whatever, and then my last vehicle, which was actually a Cadillac DTS, which I ran into the same problem. Just to change a light bulb was like $250, but the light bulb cost $6, right? So I had to pay it or do it myself, and I had all the bulbs replaced just to not mess around, because think about it, $7 here, $5 here, $6 here. Well, just replace them all since you're in there doing it, right? So I don't ever have to worry about it. That's the smart thing to do. A lot of people like just replace that one instead of paying another $50, have all of them done, so you don't ever have to worry about them for like years and years and years, right? So anyways, what happens is, and I watched him do it on my Cadillac DTS just to make sure they weren't bullshitting me. And I did some research, and a lot of these vehicles are like that. My current vehicle's like that, like I said. You have to drop the tires, take the tires off, drop at least half the fender well, the front part of the fender wells off, and then drop the lower part of the bumper and go inside of it to release the headlights, just to either take them out or to change certain bulbs. Now, that's where the labor cost comes in. That's why the labor is $438 on this, because it probably takes about 2 hours just to do it, maybe more. About 2.5 hour estimation is what I got on my lights or whatever. I kind of cut this a little bit short just because you're just going to hear me lying to them, and I'm going to call them back and all this shit like that. All right, that's the closest you guys have heard me lying. But it's for a purpose, I do it for you guys so you guys can see what's going on. Sidebar real quick. See that little area right there? I left that little piece there because sometimes if you're going to too fast or whatever, and you forget to do that inside and you spray it, it's going to still look jacked up like the rest of the light. You have to get in there, and by using the interface pads and stuff, you get in there. You don't have to worry about too much about polishing it out or whatever. And also, it's even better sometimes not to, because those little spots are hard stick spots. Okay, it means like impact and different car washes stuff are really going to hit those little spots up. That's why they were already so worn in there, just like the rest of the light or whatever. But don't forget those spots. But anyways, back to what I was saying. See how incredibly expensive these headlights are. If you buy OEM, which is what you should always have, and the difference is an OEM typically is going to last you, if taken care of, not like in an accident or anything, probably the life of the vehicle, if damn near half-life of the vehicle. And you're talking, when I say a life of vehicle, I mean like, 20 years, 10 years, half-life. When you get something that's not OEM, you're talking 10 months. I've had numerous customers, and I have a couple every year that I try to do this, the OEM, and what happens is most of the times when I do the headlights that aren't installed into the vehicle, it's because people have took their headlights out, put non-OEM aftermarket headlights in, and they still have their OEMs, and the aftermarket start messing up. They start going out, the ballasts burn out, the clear coats start peeling, the inside starts fogging because it's overheating or something. It's cheap polycarbonate, and all kind of problems, and they have me do them, and they put their OEMs back in, and other things happen. They either fall apart or they start peeling in 6 months or something. There's always something wrong with them. You're talking about a headlight on any given vehicle, more than likely, that's going to last less than 3 years. Okay, and that's definitely not worth buying them. That's why I always tell everybody to, fork out the money no matter what the situation is. Unless you just don't give a shit, you want the car to look real good and you're going to sell it. It's kind of bullshit to do that to somebody. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, it's business, it's whatever. You're selling the car, you don't know the person, and they got new headlights, but they're just piece of shit, right? I'd rather somebody sell me messed up headlights that look like this that were OEM. Think about it, they're worth more. You could sell them secondhand for more, right? Yeah, so you never want to get those. You should check out this video here. This tell you about why you should never buy aftermarket headlights. It's an older video, but it will really clue you in more on that topic. But this is what this guy said, right? He did the footwork for me. This is a Cadillac dealership, a random Cadillac dealership that's even from a town or two over from me, right? And he said, so roughly $1,600. It's a little bit more than $1,600, but roughly, let's just call it $1,600 per headlight on this vehicle. That's $3,200, $3,200 for those headlights, plus another, what the 40 say, $438. Let's just say another $400 on that. We're rounding down, okay? Another $400, okay? So that is $3,600 plus out the door, more like $3,700 to replace these headlights. Now, this is the kind of shit that I talk about when these guys are like, I would just replace the headlights. And I'd be like, well, you're just fucking dumb, right? You're just stupid. Even if you were a multi-billionaire, you're just freaking stupid. If I was a multi-billionaire, right, and I was like, oh shit, my headlights look like this, hey, I'd tell my assistant, yeah, don't buy new headlights. You know, I'll save that money. I'll throw it out the window to the homeless or something. You know, I'm not just going to waste money like that. You don't get rich. Rich people don't get rich wasting money like that. Trust me. Donald Trump didn't get rich by saying, just buy new headlights when you can have somebody come make them look brand new 1,000 times over. Think about it. Almost $4,000, $3,700, right? Now think about how many times you can get a headlight restoration. If you needed it every year, if you need it every 2 years, how many times can you get it to equal that much money? Exactly. So headlight restoration is king. Stay tuned.
The Headlight Restoration Pro.
Roger, Blazer 1. 10:30 hours. Bastards. They say we're still in too far and they can't risk coming in.